Well, we are tracking the celebrations this morning over Argentina's win in that instant classic of a final in the FIFA Men's World Cup. It is the morning after in Buenos Aires and cities across Argentina, but really the party's just beginning. Looking at these images, you can just imagine the hero's welcome that is coming for Lionel Messi and the Argentinian side. No word yet on when that's going to happen. We did get to see a victory parade in Qatar, the newly crowned Argentinian World Cup champions riding through the city on that open bus. No glimpse of Messi, though, but there is this incredible image, the superstar mobbed by his teammates on the field after that operatic finish. Ed Kleiman is with us on the story. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this, Ed. Oh, my goodness, pulses are just now slowing, I think. Lionel Messi and his legacy, that's something we've been talking about since the World Cup began. Messi now has his World Cup, 16 years in the making, and another reason for his fans to call him the GOAT. Why don't we start right there?
Well, the argument's pretty strong now. Really, there's only three names in that discussion: Pele, Maradona, and Messi. And now he's got the one missing thing, the World Cup, and in such dramatic fashion, with him playing such a key role. It really makes a pretty compelling case. And I'm thinking today of what Gary Lineker, who was one of the all-time greats and played for England against Maradona in the '86 World Cup, said. He said, right up until the end, he's always thought Maradona's the best, but he said after what he's seeing now with Messi, he's changing his mind. He says Messi's the best, and I think, yeah, if I had to choose, I'd say, you know, the resume is complete. I think you can call him the GOAT.
It's certainly a vigorous debate. Pele even congratulating Messi after that win yesterday. The final, Ed, is being called the greatest ever. I don't know where you fall on this, but it was incredible. 120 minutes with penalties, jammed with emotion, incredible moments. Tell us about overall what you think of the final and one moment that you'll remember in particular.
You know, it's just when people throw around greatest of all time games, and, you know, it often is hyperbole and it's overdone in sports, but this one, it really does apply. I went back through all the World Cup finals and really nothing compares to this. And to choose one moment is so hard, and that's what makes it so special. You know, the amazing goal that Argentina scored to go up 2-0, the amazing goal that Mbappe scored to bring them back at 2-2, then Messi with his goal, then an amazing save by Emi Martinez to save it, to take it to penalty kicks. I think the one thing at the end of all that I can say is Messi finally getting his hands on the World Cup. After all this agony to get there, he's the last one that gets brought up on the stage. He gets his hands on it. He's jumping up and down with his teammates. I mean, that really stays with me because you can just imagine what his thoughts must have been. It was so long in coming for him. Really, I mean, just so many moments, but that one sort of stands out to me.
That's just great, just reliving it with you as you've taken it through all of that. Let me ask you a little bonus question. There were 172 goals in this tournament. There was a lot to cheer about. A lot of people saying, I mean, it was a pretty incredible tournament from start to finish. What would you make of World Cup 2022 overall, Ed?
Yeah, I mean, look, there's on the field, there's off the field. And talk about a contrast. I mean, off the field, I think we've taken controversy and scandal to a whole new level. Top of the list for me is watching these games. You can't help but think about the migrant workers that have died. And then on the other hand, on the field, spectacular. It had everything, absolutely monster upsets, incredible goals. The drama, not just of this final, think back to the quarterfinal, for example, Netherlands, Argentina. It was like almost a carbon copy of this. So many great games. So the contrast between on and off the field really is something I take away from this that'll stick with me.
A big part of the legacy. Well, Ed, on to North America 2026. Yeah. That's what we'll look next. Thank you for everything. Really appreciate this morning. Ed Kleiman, he's in Toronto.